The world's first flying bike hitting the market. Right now, only available in Japan for about $500,000.
Imagine the frustrating crawl of rush hour traffic. Every day, millions are locked in a slow, grinding battle on clogged streets and highways. For generations, the dream of bypassing all that congestion, of simply lifting off and soaring above, the gridlock felt like pure fantasy, confined to the pages of science fiction novels or the silver screen. In recent times, whispers have grown louder about incredible new machines. You might have seen headlines about futuristic flying cars, ambitious projects costing millions, or perhaps caught news of the world's first commercially available flying bike. An astonishing piece of engineering currently hitting the market, but with a price tag around $500,000, available initially only in Japan. These machines represent the bleeding edge of personal aerial transport, but they are undeniably luxury items, utterly out of reach for the vast majority of people on the planet. They exist in a realm of high-end innovation, catering to a select few who can afford to venture into the skies at such an exorbitant cost. But what if the true revolution in transportation wasn't born from ultra-expensive luxury, but from radical affordability? What if a device emerged, not priced like a private jet, but more like a high-end electric scooter? This is precisely the shockwave sent across the globe by rumors of a $2,000 flying scooter. This potential reality has ignited curiosity and speculation worldwide, suggesting a completely new trajectory for personal mobility. This device, potentially named the Cyberfold and linked to Asia-based manufacturing, specifically BYD, is being rumored as a game changer. Not because it's the most powerful or fastest flying machine ever conceived, but because of its unprecedented accessibility. Think about that price again, $2,000. It's a figure that fundamentally challenges the existing paradigm of personal aerial vehicles, which are typically priced in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. When you compare this rumored price to competitors like the Jetson 1, a personal eVTOL aircraft that comes in at roughly $98,000, or that $500,000 flying bike, the difference isn't just significant. It's monumental. This isn't merely a cheaper alternative. It represents a deliberate strategy focused on practicality and affordability. It highlights a distinct difference between, for example, a traditional Western approach that often prioritizes luxury and high-cost cutting-edge innovation versus an approach that seeks to democratize advanced technology. BYD's rumored focus, rooted in addressing the pressing needs of dense urban centers plagued by severe congestion, aims to make futuristic transportation genuinely accessible to the everyday commuter. It's a cultural shift towards technology that serves the masses, tailored to both the needs and the budgets of regular city dwellers, moving beyond the exclusive, high-performance models often associated with Silicon Valley. If these rumors hold true, the $2,000 price tag alone is poised to disrupt the entire personal transportation market. The most compelling, transformative promise of a flying scooter like the rumored Cyberfold lies in its core functionality. CCED's ability to simply rise above the problems faced on the ground. The nightmare of urban congestion, the endless lines of idling cars, the buses stuck bumper to bumper, the frustrating minutes ticking away at traffic lights. This is the daily reality for millions. A flying scooter equipped with vertical takeoff and landing, or VTOL capability, offers a direct, elegant solution. Instead of inching along gridlocked streets, you could potentially launch straight up from a designated spot and soar over the traffic. This isn't a marginal improvement in speed, it's a complete bypass. By utilizing the airspace above cities, which is currently vastly underutilized for personal transport, devices like the Cyberfold could fundamentally alter the dynamics of urban travel. Studies on the potential of urban air mobility have suggested that by leveraging the third dimension, the air, commute times could be reduced dramatically, potentially by as much as 60%, particularly during those peak periods when road traffic is at its absolute worst and most unpredictable. By reducing the strain on ground infrastructure, the streets, highways, and bridges constantly overloaded, a practical aerial alternative presents a compelling solution to the crippling traffic gridlock that chokes most major cities worldwide. It could transform the daily experience of getting to work, school, or appointments for millions, turning frustration into liberation. But the Cyberfold, as rumored, isn't just about the dazzling ability to lift off. Its appeal lies equally in its rumored practical features that address the realities of urban living. While it offers the futuristic capability of flight, it aims to combine this with the everyday convenience we expect from personal mobility devices. Whispers suggest a design that is utterly compact and crucially foldable. Think about the common electric scooter or e-bike you see everywhere. Even those require dedicated space and can be cumbersome to carry. The Cyberfold is rumored to fold down into a package significantly smaller and more manageable. This isn't just a neat party trick, it's a vital feature for dense urban environments where space is a premium. Limited living areas, crowded public transport, the need for secure storage, these are daily challenges for city dwellers. A foldable flying scooter could be easily stored within very confined apartments, kept under a desk at work, or carried onto a bus or train without being an imposing obstacle. This rumored portability seamlessly integrates the futuristic concept into existing urban lifestyles and infrastructure, offering a level of flexibility that traditional vehicles, even electric, ground scooters simply cannot match. Beyond foldability, it's rumored to offer impressive range, potentially up to 150 kilometers on a single charge, alongside a top speed of 60 miles. This high autonomy is critical for urban commuters who are constantly on the move throughout the day, allowing them to travel significant distances within and around the city without the constant anxiety of needing to recharge. Providing a reliable and practical tool for daily transport. At the core of the Cyberfold's potential breakthrough performance lies its sophisticated power system, particularly its battery technology. Rumors point to the heart of the device being a high-capacity battery, possibly a 72-volt, 60-amp-hour lithium-ion pack, developed by a reputable firm like Samsung. This combination translates to substantial energy storage, reportedly around 4.3 kilowatt hours, which is essential for achieving the rumored impressive range of up to 150 kilometers on a single charge. This substantial range is what makes it a viable option for daily commuting in sprawling urban settings and potentially even for short intercity travel, providing a sustainable and practical alternative to traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. The use of advanced battery technology from a major player like Samsung suggests an emphasis on efficiency and reliability. Two non-negotiable factors for any personal electric vehicle, especially when operating in the air. However, simply having a large battery isn't enough. Managing its temperature is critical. Electric vehicles, particularly those performing energy-intensive tasks like vertical takeoff and sustained flight, generate significant heat. Overheating can severely degrade battery life, performance, and even pose safety risks. Rumors indicate the Cyberfold hosts an extremely engineered cooling system, potentially utilizing a combination of air and liquid cooling mechanisms working in tandem. This system is designed to maintain the battery within its optimal temperature, range, ensuring peak performance during longer rides or demanding maneuvers, and significantly extending the battery's lifespan and overall reliability. Furthermore, the integration of a sophisticated battery management system, BMS, is crucial. The BMS acts as the brain of the battery, meticulously controlling charge and discharge cycles, preventing potentially damaging conditions like overcharging or deep discharge. It actively monitors the battery's health, balances the load across individual cells, and ensures safe operation, providing an essential layer of protection, particularly considering the inherent risks associated with high-capacity lithium-ion batteries. These interconnected technological elements, the advanced cells, the intelligent thermal management, and the robust BMS are what propelled the Cyberfold from a mere concept to a potentially high-performing, reliable, and safe personal transportation device. If the Cyberfold indeed becomes a reality at its rumored price point, it could quickly find its place in the fabric of daily life, showcasing versatile use cases beyond just beating traffic. For commuters navigating congested urban environments, its VTOL capability offers a direct solution to gridlock, significantly reducing travel times. For those living in areas with limited public transport or facing challenging last-mile problems, the final stretch of a journey after getting off a bus or train, the Cyberfold's rumored foldability makes it an ideal companion. Imagine unfolding it seamlessly at a transit hub and completing your journey by air or ground. Its impressive range of up to 150 kilometers also opens up possibilities beyond the daily commute. It could serve as a viable alternative for short distance car trips, offering a more environmentally friendly option for visiting friends across town or accessing areas not easily reached by public transport. Furthermore, its potential durability with rumored off-road tires and advanced suspension could allow exploration of areas previously inaccessible to traditional ground vehicles, such as nearby parks, beaches, or trailheads, transforming recreational travel. As more individuals adopt such devices, it could influence urban planning, pushing cities to integrate these new modes of transport into their infrastructure, just as the widespread adoption of bicycles and electric scooters force cities to create bike lanes and charging points. Flying scooters could trigger a new wave of urban redesign. Experts in transport policy suggest that integrating personal air mobility could dramatically improve efficiency and reduce congestion, painting a picture of a future where the skies are as much a part of the urban transportation network as the streets below, fundamentally reshaping how we move within our cities. However, the integration of personal aerial vehicles on a large scale presents monumental challenges that could reshape cities in profound ways. Traditional urban planning is always focused on managing movement on a two-dimensional plane: roads, sidewalks, rail lines. Introducing widespread vertical movement requires a complete paradigm shift. Cities are simply not built for hundreds or thousands of personal flying devices taking off and landing. The necessary infrastructure is currently non-existent. We're talking about the need for dedicated vertical takeoff and landing pads, vertiports, which would need to be strategically located throughout urban areas. Alongside these, cities would need to develop designated aerial corridors or lanes to manage traffic flow and prevent collisions in the low-altitude airspace. Building and maintaining this entirely new layer of transportation infrastructure is not only a complex engineering feat, but also an incredibly costly one. City governments would likely need to divert substantial financial resources from traditional infrastructure projects towards developing vertiports, air traffic management systems tailored for low-altitude flight, and potentially charging infrastructure specific to aerial vehicles. Furthermore, widespread adoption could impact traditional revenue streams derived from gasoline taxes, vehicle registrations, or public transport fares, requiring municipalities to explore new funding models, perhaps including taxes or fees for aerial vehicles. Managing a busy, multi-layered urban sky safely alongside existing air traffic like helicopters or drones and ground traffic requires incredibly sophisticated technology and coordination, advanced air traffic control systems, radar, and robust communication networks between vehicles and ground control. This complex integration demands unprecedented collaboration between technology companies, urban planners, policymakers, and even the public. Beyond the immense infrastructure and logistical hurdles, the widespread introduction of personal flying vehicles throws up significant legal, regulatory, and environmental questions that must be addressed. Currently, flying scooters like the Cyberfold exist in a regulatory gray area. Are they vehicles? Governed by road traffic laws. Are they aircraft falling under aviation authorities like the FAA in the United States? Their unique hybrid nature defies existing categories, creating ambiguity that hinders widespread adoption. While countries like Japan are beginning to grapple with this by exploring new frameworks specifically for low-altitude urban air mobility, many nations worldwide lack any clear path for regulating such devices, creating a fragmented and uncertain global landscape for potential scaling. until clear, comprehensive, and internationally harmonized regulations are established covering everything from vehicle certification and safety standards to pilot requirements, if any, and airspace management. Devices like the cyberphone will remain in a kind of legal limbo, severely limiting their potential for large-scale use. The integration must be handled meticulously, creating a balanced framework that prioritizes safety, manages air traffic effectively, and clearly defines the operational rules for these new machines to avoid conflicts with existing transportation systems. Furthermore, while electric propulsion offers environmental benefits over fossil fuels, the power demands of thousands of flying vehicles could place significant strain on urban power grids, particularly during peak charging times. And perhaps the most immediate public concern is noise pollution. Imagine the cumulative noise of hundreds or thousands of flying scooters operating simultaneously above residential areas or city centers. Innovations in sound-limiting technologies and careful planning of flight paths will be crucial to prevent a revolutionary transport solution from becoming an unbearable nuisance, requiring integration with existing noise regulations and careful consideration of community impact. Despite the substantial challenges related to infrastructure, regulation, and environmental impact, the potential $2,000 flying scooter is part of a much larger, undeniable trend towards urban air mobility, or UAM. While the cyberphone might represent a potential vision for accessible personal flight, it exists within a growing ecosystem of aerial vehicle development. Other companies are actively pushing the boundaries and exploring different applications. The Jetson 1, for example, is a single-seater electric vertical takeoff and landing eVTOL vehicle already available for purchase, though at a price point around $98,000, demonstrating the increasing reality of personal electric flight for non-professional pilots, even if limited in flight time. In Japan, Kawasaki Heavy Industries is developing the K-Raya X1, a larger unmanned VTOL aircraft designed specifically for logistics and emergency response, capable of carrying significant cargo over considerable distances. Unlike the cyberphone's focus on personal mobility, the K-Raya X1 highlights the diverse applications of aerial vehicles, from transforming delivery services in congested or remote areas to providing critical support during disasters. These disparate projects, from a potential foldable scooter to personal aircraft and cargo drones, are all driven by converging technological advancements, increasingly powerful and energy-dense electric batteries, lighter yet stronger, composite materials, and sophisticated flight control software. They collectively signal a future where the lines between ground-based and air-based transportation blur, suggesting that solving urban mobility might not just mean optimizing cars or trains, but seamlessly integrating an entirely new class of vehicles into the urban landscape. The cyberphone, if real, and machines like the Jetson 1 and K-Raya X1 are the early pioneers, paving the way for what could become a fundamental shift in how we perceive and utilize the airspace above our cities for daily travel. Yet, amidst all this excitement, the crucial question that hangs in the air, like the very vehicles being discussed, is the concrete reality of the $2,000 cyberphone itself. Despite the widespread reports, detailed descriptions, and vibrant online discussion, it is vital to understand how much of the information surrounding this specific device remains firmly in the realm of speculation and rumor. As of the latest reports, there has been no definitive official confirmation from BYD, the company often associated with the cyberphone concept, regarding its actual existence as a ready-for-market product, its final specifications, or a confirmed public release date. Like many groundbreaking technologies that generate immense buzz during their development phases, rumors and leaked details often circulate widely, fueling anticipation and curiosity long before an actual product is finalized and launched. While the underlying technologies required for such a device, affordable VTOL capabilities, compact design, sufficient battery performance, are indeed advancing rapidly. Whether they have converged specifically in a consumer-ready $2,000 flying scooter called the Cyberfold, officially backed by a major manufacturer like BYD, is currently uncertain. The tantalizing prospect of an affordable personal air vehicle is powerful, but it must be tempered with the reality that challenges like regulatory approval, building necessary infrastructure, and ensuring robust safety standards are significant. Hurdles that even confirm projects like the Jetson 1 and K-Rare X1 are still navigating. Will the Cyberfold concept transition from an exciting rumor and prototype possibility to a tangible product available to the masses? That remains the burning unanswered question at the forefront of the urban mobility conversation right now, keeping fans and curious onlookers in a state of anticipation, waiting to see if this futuristic vision will truly take flight in real world. Cities. The potential arrival of an affordable flying scooter paints a vivid picture of a future where personal flight is not an exclusive luxury, but a practical reality for millions. It promises liberation from traffic jams and a fundamental rethinking of how we navigate our urban environments. Yet this airborne future is not without its massive hurdles: a complete overhaul of urban infrastructure, the creation of entirely new legal and regulatory frameworks, and addressing complex environmental and safety concerns. The rumored $2,000 Cyberfold symbolizes this potential revolution. But whether this specific device or something like it will truly become a widespread reality depends on overcoming these significant challenges. We stand at a fascinating crossroads where the sky is no longer just for planes, but could soon become a vibrant, integrated part of our daily commute.